Hello and welcome to your latest UK weather update. As October ends, many are wondering, when will we see snow? The answer, not yet. No widespread snow is in sight for the UK. Instead, expect a familiar mix of wind, rain, and chilly temperatures. Classic autumn weather. I'll walk you through what to expect this week, why snow isn't likely, and when it typically arrives. The main theme, unsettled. Weather will change day to day with sunshine, showers, and breezy spells. Low pressure systems from the Atlantic are keeping things wet and windy, not cold enough for snow. So, keep your waterproofs handy. No need for sledges just yet. Let's dive into the details. Today's weather has been a classic autumn mix. Wales and the southwest saw persistent rain moving east, making for a damp afternoon. Scotland and the northeast enjoyed brighter spells, but with a noticeable chill. Temperatures are around 10 to 12 degrees, average for late October. As evening approaches, rain will reach London and the southeast, clearing from the west with scattered, possibly thundery showers. Tonight will feel chilly, especially where skies clear. Rural Scotland and northern England could see a touch of frost. Most towns will stay a bit milder, around 5-7 degrees. No snow in sight, the air just isn't cold enough. Keep your umbrella close for any lingering downpours. That's your Saturday snapshot. Sunday picks up right where Saturday left off, continuing the theme of unsettled, unpredictable weather across the UK. The day begins with a distinct chill in the air, as early risers in the countryside are greeted by a cold, misty dawn. Overcast skies stretch from the rural fields of England to the rolling hills of Wales, setting the stage for a day that feels every bit as autumnal as it looks. Another powerful Atlantic low-pressure system is on the move, sweeping in from the west and bringing with it a fresh round of wind and rain. The coastline is the first to feel its effects as stormy waves crash ashore and thick rain clouds roll inland, promising a wet and blustery day for many. For England and Wales, the weather will be a real mixed bag. There will be moments when the sun manages to break through the clouds, casting brief golden light over the landscape. But these sunny intervals will be quickly chased away by blustery showers, sometimes arriving with little warning and leaving puddles in their wake. Some of these showers could turn heavy, with the added drama of thunder or even a burst of hail, especially near the coasts. Lightning may illuminate the sky, and the sound of thunder could echo across seaside towns, making for a dramatic and unpredictable afternoon. If you're planning to head outdoors, keep your umbrella close and your eyes on the sky. Bright spells will be fleeting, and the weather can change in an instant. One moment you're basking in sunshine, the next you're dashing for cover from a sudden downpour. Further north, Scotland and Northern Ireland are in for a particularly rough ride. Frequent, heavy showers will sweep across the highlands and lowlands alike, driven by strong, gusty winds that make the rain feel even colder and more relentless. Exposed coasts and hills will bear the brunt of the weather, with gale-force winds whipping up the sea and bending trees. For those living or traveling in these areas, it's a day to take extra care, as conditions could become hazardous, especially on higher ground. Only the highest Scottish peaks might see a dusting of snow, a fleeting reminder of winter's approach. For everyone else, it's rain that dominates, soaking valleys and lowlands and keeping the landscape lush but soggy. Temperatures will technically remain in the double digits, but don't let the numbers fool you. The persistent wind will make it feel much colder than the thermometer suggests. People out and about will need to bundle up, as the chill in the air is unmistakable. It's a classic autumn weekend in Britain, wet, windy, and full of energy. Leaves swirl through the air, parks glisten with rain, and the sea crashes energetically against the shore. The weather is lively, ever-changing, and a true test of autumn resilience. For most, snow won't be a concern, as mild Atlantic air continues to dominate the scene. Instead, expect plenty of cloud, rain, and that unmistakable dampness that defines a British autumn. So, if you're venturing outdoors today, make sure you're prepared for whatever the weather throws your way. Waterproofs, sturdy shoes, and a sense of adventure are essential. Stay weather aware and embrace the wild spirit of a breezy and wet British Sunday. As we move into the final week of October, the UK's weather story remains as unpredictable as ever. If you've been hoping for a settled spell, you might have to wait a bit longer. The coming days will continue the theme of changeable, unsettled conditions that have defined much of this autumn so far. Expect a real mix. One moment you might see a glimmer of sunshine, the next, heavy clouds rolling in with rain and gusty winds. It's a classic British autumn, where the weather can shift in the blink of an eye. Low-pressure systems will dominate the scene, sweeping in from the Atlantic and bringing frequent spells of wind and rain across much of the country. These systems are relentless, ensuring that any dry or bright intervals are likely to be short-lived. You'll want to keep an eye on the forecast as conditions can change rapidly, especially with these active weather fronts moving through. Monday and Tuesday will see another band of rain sweeping from west to east, soaking many areas before gradually clearing. Behind this main band, expect a mix of showers, some heavy, some lighter, interspersed with occasional brighter spells. There may be brief moments when the sun breaks through, but don't be fooled. More showers are never far behind. Temperatures will hover around 9 to 13 degrees Celsius, which is pretty typical for late October. It's cool and damp, but not cold enough for any widespread frost or snow. You'll still need your autumn layers, but winter coats can probably stay in the cupboard for now, unless you're heading to the far north. There is a chance that a short-lived ridge of high pressure could bring a drier and brighter day around midweek, offering a brief respite from the rain. If you're looking to get outside, that could be your window of opportunity. However, don't get too comfortable. By Thursday or Friday, another spell of wet and windy weather is set to return, reminding us that autumn is far from over. Only the highest peaks in Scotland might see a touch of wintry weather, with some sleet or snow possible on the summits. For the vast majority of us though, it's rain, drizzle, and that unmistakable autumnal chill in the air. The lowlands and southern regions will stay firmly in autumn mode, with no sign of winter just yet. So, keep your umbrella and waterproofs handy all week. Whether you're heading to work, school, or just out for a walk, you'll want to be prepared for sudden downpours and blustery winds. Layer up, and don't forget those sturdy shoes for the puddles. The story right now is autumn in full swing, vivid leaves, damp pavements, and that unmistakable earthy scent in the air. It's a season of change, not quite winter, but certainly a world away from summer's warmth. In true British fashion, you might just experience all 4 seasons in a single day. So, stay alert, stay prepared, and embrace the ever-changing weather that makes autumn in the UK so unique. Why is there no snow blanketing the UK this winter? It's a question many of us ask as we look out at green fields and damp parks, rather than the frosty white scenes we might expect. The absence of snow isn't just a fluke, there are clear reasons behind it, rooted in the science of weather and climate. To get snow, 2 key ingredients must come together: cold air and moisture. The UK is no stranger to moisture. Our skies are often filled with clouds, and rain is a regular visitor. But without the right temperature, all that moisture simply falls as rain, not snow. At the moment, what we're really missing is the cold. Temperatures across much of the country are staying above freezing, even at night. This means that even when conditions are damp, it's just not cold enough for snowflakes to form and reach the ground intact. The main culprit? Persistent Atlantic winds. These winds sweep in from the ocean, bringing with them mild, moist air. This creates the perfect recipe for gray, rainy days, but not for snow. The Atlantic's influence keeps our winters milder than those in continental Europe or further north. The jet stream, a fast-moving ribbon of air high above us, is also playing a big role. Right now, it's steering one weather system after another straight towards the UK, reinforcing this wet and windy pattern. As long as the jet stream stays in this position, it acts like a barrier, blocking out the cold Arctic air we need for snow. For snow to fall, we'd need a significant change. Cold air would have to sweep in from the Arctic or from the east, and the jet stream would need to shift southwards, allowing that chill to reach us. Only then would the conditions be right for snow to develop and settle. Even if it feels chilly when you step outside, the reality is that temperatures are still well above freezing. The ground itself is too warm. So, even if a few snowflakes did fall, they'd melt before they could settle and create that winter wonderland. So, for now, we can expect more of the same: rain, wind, and damp days. The umbrellas and raincoats will get plenty of use, while snow boots and sledges remain tucked away. For widespread snow to arrive, we'd need a major shift in Europe's weather setup, a real change in the balance of air masses and wind patterns. Until that happens, snow will remain out of reach for most of us. So for now, sledges and snow gear will stay in storage, waiting for that elusive cold snap that could transform the landscape. But don't give up hope just yet. Weather can change quickly, and forecasters are always watching for signs of a shift. If a cold snap does appear on the horizon, we'll be the first to let you know. Stay tuned for updates and keep an eye on the forecast. That's the science behind our current snowless winter. Understanding the weather helps us prepare for what's ahead, even if it means more rain and less snow, at least for now. The dream of a white Christmas is always popular, but forecasting snow 2 months ahead isn't possible. Statistically, a widespread white Christmas in the UK is rare. January and February are more likely for snow. The Met Office defines a white Christmas as just one snowflake falling on December 25th at a specific location. Your best chance for festive snow is in the Scottish mountains or northern hills. Elsewhere, a green Christmas is more common. As December approaches, forecasts will become clearer, and we'll keep you updated on any signs of colder weather. For now, the odds are against snow for most of us. Keep an eye on the forecast as we get closer to the holidays. For now, it's rain and wind, not snowflakes. Staying updated is key with such changeable weather. Check the BBC Weather website and app for detailed, hour-by-hour local forecasts and weather warnings. The Met Office also offers reliable forecasts, long-range outlooks, and official severe weather warnings. For snow enthusiasts, community sites like NetWeather and UK SnowMap on social media are fun, but always trust official sources for accuracy. Official forecasts use the latest data and expert analysis. Always check for updates before heading out. Stay informed and stay safe. UK weather varies widely by region, especially this week. Scotland and Northern Ireland will see the wildest weather, frequent heavy showers, strong winds, and gales in exposed areas. Only the highest Scottish peaks might see snow. For most, it's rain and wind. Northern England and Wales will also be wet and breezy, with some brighter spells but frequent showers. The Midlands, Southern England, and East Anglia may see more dry spells, but rain and breezes will still feature. Temperatures are mildest in the south, but snow is nowhere near. Wherever you are, it's autumn, not winter. Check your local forecast for details. To sum up, the UK faces unsettled, wet, and windy weather as October ends. No snow expected. Mild Atlantic air keeps temperatures above freezing, with rain and showers the main story. Only the Scottish mountaintops might see a dusting of snow. Keep your waterproofs and umbrellas ready, and check the latest local forecasts. We'll alert you if a wintry change appears. Thanks for joining this update. Stay safe, stay dry, and we'll see you soon. Have a great week.